So it's kind of awkward going after other comedians. I was going to do a routine about injecting heroin into the folds of my labia. Now I got nothing. The other day, my 14-year-old son called me a cocksucker. And I don't know where he learned such disrespect. I said to him, buddy, I don't suck cock. Your mother does. Not mine. I'm technically, I said to him, I'm technically a motherfucker. And, you know, it's good because now he has something to discuss with his therapist when he's 45 and he can't figure out why he's not in a relationship. And he was our first child, and when we, my wife and I went to the doctor and had the sonogram, and she first found out she was having a boy. She freaked out. She said, "I cannot believe, oh my God, there's a little penis growing inside me." And I said to her, "That's how you got pregnant in the first place." For our second child, she really wanted to have a girl. She bought this book, you know, How to Have a Girl. And every chapter was a different thing you had to do. The first one's like based on timing and you know, male sperm, how fast they swim and when they die. So we had a little calendar there, and you know, when we were going to have sex, there's a slide rule and all this stuff. And the second chapter is, you know, what's the best position to have a girl. And the third chapter is, you know, after sex, she's supposed to roll around on the bed to get the semen on all sides of her uterus, wherever the hell it goes. And then, you know, there's a chapter where I had to take a shower in a lukewarm water to make sure everything's at the right temperature. And I'm doing all this prep because, frankly, I want to get laid. And to the last chapter, and it says, if you really want to maximize your chance of having a girl, the woman should not have an orgasm. So we have a fairly, let's say, modern relationship. We try to split the chores. I do dishes, I do the laundry, I clean up, I do the bills, and she does whatever the hell she does. And so we're sitting at dinner one night, and we're having a discussion about gay marriage, and my son says, I don't know, two women together, it just doesn't make any sense. And my wife gets very angry with him, understandably. She says, what are you talking about? It doesn't matter. A family can look like anything as long as two people love each other. I mean, you were the ring bearer at a wedding of two women. What are you being so intolerant for? I don't have any objection to it. It just doesn't make any sense. I mean, if there's no man, it's just two women, who does the laundry? Who does the who cleans up around the house? It just doesn't make any sense. You know, when your kid's little, you kiss them in public, you hold their hands when they're you're walking across the street. Later in life, that type of stuff really embarrasses them. And they don't want any part of it. I'll give you an example. The other night, I came out of the shower, and my son was video chatting on his computer with his girlfriend. So I come up behind him naked. And I fart. And then I do a little air flute from Jethro Tull's Aqualung. You know, it's funny. I ran into his girlfriend at the mall, and she didn't recognize me until I took off my clothes and got the escalator. All right. Speaking of my genitals, I think it's kind of male genitals are weird. You know, they're the most sensitive part of your body. They're really important, reproduction, right? Yet they're hanging outside, exposed to, you know, snow and rocks and bottle rockets and bear attacks. It doesn't make any sense. Women, their reproductive organs, it's on the inside, right? Protected by a wall of muscle and bone and feelings. Sometimes I have sex with my wife. It's not that I'm horny. I'm just looking for a safe place to hide my junk. I'm Jewish, and I'm from the East Coast, and I frankly find it very confusing here in San Francisco. Back east, Jewish men marry Jewish women, and then they go out and they eat Chinese food. Here in San Francisco, Jewish men marry Chinese women, and then they go out and they complain that they can't find any deli. And back east, Jewish men are mocked for our small penises. And out here, our Asian girlfriends, they don't know the difference. When I was in high school, it was, our wildest dream that someone would make marijuana legal, right? I gotta hand it to this generation of people that not only have they made it legal, but they've persuaded people that that it's good for you, and that a doctor should tell you to take marijuana. It's just fabulous. And you kind of wonder what's next, like, a doctor telling you, well, you should be jerking off. You see I can picture some kid, he's at the computer, one hand on the keyboard, the other hand in his business, and his mother comes in and says, what the hell are you doing? It's okay, I got a doctor's note, I gotta clean my pipes! I read that, there are different ways you can administer medical marijuana. It's not just smoking it or inhaling it. Actually, there are some people who administer it with a suppository. And I kind of think they have it backwards, because I'd have to be high before I let someone shove a bag of leaves up. Thank you.